Hey students, today we are going to learn addition of whole numbers and fractions. So for it, we have to learn what are whole numbers. So whole numbers are those numbers which start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to. And now we are going to learn how to add these whole numbers and the fractions together. So this picture is representing a whole plus 1/4 and it is equals to showing the mixed fraction 1 by 4. So today we are going to learn how to add the whole numbers and fractions. Let's have a look on the fractions. I'm going to use an area model to add the whole numbers and fractions. So let's take an example. So let us take the whole number, that is 1, and let's take a fraction because we are working on a mixed numbers. So this would be 1 by 2. Here the whole is 1 and fraction is 1 by 2. And I'm going to add this with another mixed fraction, that is 2 as a whole. Whenever you are writing a whole, it should becomes in the center between numerator and denominator. So this would be 3 by 5. So here I am going to add whole number 1 with the fraction 1 by 2 plus 2 whole and 3/5 together. So let's start adding these by using an area model. For it, we have to make a rectangular box. So here I'm taking a rectangular box. For it, I have to, firstly, you have to represent 1 by 2. For it, how many holes are there? 1. So I have to make a 1 box for it. And now I'm going to represent 1 by 2. For it, you have to make a 1 more rectangular box. So I'm going to take a rectangular box of equal size, but I'm going to divide this into how many total parts are there? There are 2 total parts. And I'm going to divide this fraction into 2 halves. So out of these 2 total parts, I'm going to shade the first part. So here I am shading the first part. Now this is the whole fraction, so we have to also shade it because here I'm shading the whole. So it would look like this. So this is 1, this is 1 by 2. Now I am going to add this 1 by 2 with 2 whole and 3/5. So for it, there are 2 holes, so we have to make a 2 rectangular box. So here I'm going to make a 2 rectangular box. Because there are 2 holes. Then now we have to shade these 2 holes with the same color. So now here I've shaded these 2 holes. Now I'm going to represent 3/5. For it, I have to make 1 more box, 1 more rectangular box, and it should be of same length. So now what we will do, we will have to divide this into 5 equal parts, and then after it we will shade 3 parts of it. So here I am going to divide this rectangular box into 5 equal parts. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and out of 5 parts I'm going to shade 3 parts. This would be 3 parts you have to shade. So you have to shade like this. So here I have shaded 3 parts out of 5 parts. So this would be 2 holes and 3/5. So now what I will do next, I would like to make the fraction. I will not touch the whole holes. Holes will remain same because whole have to add it together. So we will work on the fractions only. So here are the 2 parts. Here the 1/2, I'm going to divide these two parts into further 5 parts. So let us divide this half into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in the same way, there are 5 equal parts and I'm going to divide into 2 halves. So this would be your 2 halves, right? So now you have to count the fractions now. So this would be whole. So this will be 1. And what is a fraction for this? Now you have to count the shaded part. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So how many total parts are there? 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So there are 10 total parts. And how many parts are shaded now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 parts are shaded out of 10 equal parts and there is one whole. So now the new mixed fraction has become 1, 5 by 10. Now for it, the next fraction, there are 2 wholes. So we will write 2 and the next fraction we have to count the total parts. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many total parts are there? 10. Now you have to count the shaded parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here I have made a new mixed fraction, that is 2, 6 by 10. Now it is their denominators are same. Now what we have done, we have made the unlike fractions into a like fractions, right? So like we have done in the previous class. So let's write the wholes first. 1, 2, 3. So how many wholes are there now? 1, 2 and 3. 3 holes are there. Let's draw 3 holes first. This would be the first hole. Now this will be your second hole. Now we have to draw 3 holes. So we have to make a third hole. Now we have to represent the fraction 5 by 10. You have to add it together, 6 by 10. So what I have to do, I have to make one more box, rectangular box. For it you have to divide these into, we have to write 5 by 10 first so that we can add 6 by 10. Now we are adding 5 by 10 and 6 by 10 together. So we are adding these fractions. So here what I am doing, I am adding these fractions together, 5 by 10 and 6 by 10 now. So for it we have to make 5 by 10 first. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and this would be, these are the shaded ones. Right, so here I've represented 5 by 10. So these are 5 by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of it, I have shaded 5 parts. So for it, you are adding the holes 1 and 2. So this would, you have to shade it. So I'm going to shade this ones. So you have to shade this because I'm going to add these holes. Now, these are 1, 2 and 3. These are the 3 holes. Right? So now I have to add 5 by 10. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parts out of 10 equal parts. This is 5 by 10. So here I have to make one more box to add 6 by 10 also. So for it, I have to add 6 by 10. Now, here you have added 5 parts. So let's add 6 more parts. So this would be 1. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 is left. We have to make one more box of equal size. And we have to, how many parts we have shaded? 5. And 1 is left to make it 6. So we will shade here. So what is it representing? this is basically what? It becomes a whole because all the parts are shaded now. All the parts are shaded now, it become whole. So how many holes now I have? This is one, this is one, two, three, four. This is the complete parts are shaded. All the parts have been shaded, so these are complete whole. 1 2 3 4. So we have 4 holes now. Now how many parts have been shaded here? 1 out of total 10 parts. So this I'm going to write the fractions. This is 1 by 10. So this is your answer of the 1 by 2 plus 2 3 by 5. In this way we have to solve the question. So your answer is 4 1 by 10. Right? So in this way you have to calculate how to add whole numbers and fraction by using the area model. Thank you so much.